It was nearly 3 weeks ago that former President Trump first told the nation the FBI was executing a search warrant at Mar-a-Lago. Today, Americans had a chance to see some of the Justice Department's reasoning for that move. The heavily redacted affidavit that underpins the warrant has been unsealed and made public. The document supports much of what was already known about the criminal investigation into whether Trump and his aides took secret government papers and failed to return all of them, despite repeated demands from senior government officials. NBC's Peter Alexander has more on today's bombshell developments.
The 38-page affidavit focuses on what the FBI says it found in 15 boxes Mr. Trump returned to the National Archives in January. Mixed in with newspapers, magazines, and presidential correspondence were 184 classified documents. 67 of them marked confidential, 92 marked secret, and 25 documents marked top secret, where the government says their unauthorized disclosure could result in exceptionally grave damage to the national security. Also discovered documents that contained information about clandestine human sources and Mr. Trump's handwritten notes. The affidavit reveals more about the timeline. In May of last year, the National Archives first requested the missing records from the former president. In January, Mr. Trump turned over those 15 boxes containing that classified information. A month later, the archives sent a criminal referral to the Justice Department. President Biden authorized the archives to reject any executive privilege claims by Mr. Trump over the documents, allowing the FBI to examine them. In June, Mr. Trump turned over additional documents. 2 months later, the Justice Department submitted that affidavit that a federal judge approved, granting the Mar-a-Lago search. In its filing, the FBI argued there's probable cause that more classified documents with national defense information were at Mr. Trump's residence, and there was probable cause to believe that evidence of obstruction will be found. But the affidavit, with entire pages blacked out, leaves many unanswered questions about the extraordinary search of a former president's home that sparked fierce blowback from Republicans and Mr. Trump, who today said the judge should never have allowed the break-in of my home, and slammed the redacted affidavit as a public relations subterfuge by the FBI and DOJ, after arguing he'd been turning over documents and that the investigation is politically motivated.
Our thanks to Peter Alexander for that report. The Justice Department filed a memo along with the unsealed affidavit explaining the many redactions. The DOJ says some edits are there to protect people involved in the criminal investigation. Prosecutors referred to, quote, the safety and privacy of a significant number of civilian witnesses, in addition to law enforcement personnel. Many legal analysts say that may refer to people close to the former president who might now be cooperating with the FBI. The affidavit also offers more hints about that investigation, including that the FBI has not yet identified all potential criminal confederates, nor located all evidence related to its investigation. This afternoon, the current president described how he handles highly sensitive government documents.
Depending on the circumstance. For example, I have in my home a cabined-off space that is completely secure. I'm taking home with me today today's PDD. It's locked. I have a person with me, military with me. I read it, I lock it back up, and give it to the military.
And just about an hour ago, the former president's legal team refiled his request that the government stop reviewing the materials seized at Mar-a-Lago. Trump is asking for a neutral special master to sift through the documents. Trump's original request was filed on Monday, but a judge asked for clarifications to his motion be submitted by midnight.